There is one account sitting quietly in the financial system right now. Most people walk right past it. Some have never heard of it. And a surprising number of people who do know about it still skip it because they think it does not apply to them, or they will deal with it later. But here is the uncomfortable truth. While you are skipping it, time is doing exactly what time always does. It compounds, and if you are not the one benefiting from that compounding, someone else is. Actually, not someone else. Some system. Some future version of your own life that you are accidentally underfunding right now. Today we are talking about the health savings account, the HSA, and why skipping it might be the single most expensive financial mistake you are making without even realizing it. So the real question is, how much has waiting already cost you? Welcome to Mindcraft, where ideas become action and action becomes your future. If this is the kind of clarity you have been looking for, hit like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to hear this. Let's get into it. Let me start with a question. When you think about building wealth, what accounts come to mind first? Most people say 401k, some say Roth IRA, a few mention brokerage accounts. And that thinking is not wrong. Those are genuinely powerful tools. But the HSA does something none of those accounts can do. It gives you a tax break 3 times. Not once, not twice, 3 separate times. And that is not marketing language or financial jargon. That is just how the math actually works. Here is what I mean. When you contribute to an HSA, that money goes in pre-tax, meaning it reduces your taxable income immediately. Then while the money sits invested inside the account, it grows completely tax-free. And when you eventually take it out to pay for qualified medical expenses, you pay 0 taxes on withdrawal. 3 layers of tax protection. No other account in the entire financial system does all 3 at once. A traditional 401k gives you tax advantages on the way in, but taxes you on the way out. A Roth IRA gives you advantages on the way out, but taxes you on the way in. The HSA is the only account that does both, plus shields your growth in between. That is a structural advantage most people are leaving on the table every single year. Now here is where it gets really interesting, and this is the part that most people completely miss. You do not actually have to spend your HSA money on medical expenses right now. You can invest it, let it grow, let it compound. And here is the secret most financial influencers gloss over. You can keep receipts for out-of-pocket medical costs you pay today and reimburse yourself years later. There is no time limit on reimbursement. So imagine paying for a doctor visit out of pocket this year, saving the receipt, and then 10 years from now, pulling that money out of your HSA tax-free to use however you want. Because you are just reimbursing yourself for an old qualified expense, the money inside meanwhile had a decade to grow untouched. Let that sink in for a second. You're essentially creating a tax-free slush fund that grows for years and can be accessed whenever you need it, as long as you have the receipts to back it up. This is not a loophole. It is a feature. It is designed into the account. Most people just never learn it exists. So why does almost everyone skip this? A few reasons. First, you need to be enrolled in what is called a High Deductible Health Plan to even qualify for an HSA. And a lot of people hear the words high deductible and immediately panic. They think that means more risk, more out-of-pocket costs, more financial exposure. And sometimes that is true. But for people who are relatively healthy, who do not use healthcare heavily throughout the year, a high deductible plan often costs significantly less in monthly premiums than a traditional plan. That savings in monthly premiums can go directly into the HSA. You are not spending more. You are redirecting where the money goes and gaining tax advantages in the process. Second reason people skip it is simple confusion. They hear HSA and think it is just a flexible spending account with a different name. It is not. A flexible spending account, the FSA, is a use it or lose it account. You contribute money, you have to spend it by the end of the year, or most of it disappears. The HSA has no such limitation. Your balance rolls over indefinitely. It belongs to you permanently. You take it with you if you change jobs. It follows you through your financial life like a loyal, tax-advantaged companion. The third reason is that people think of it purely as a healthcare account rather than a retirement account in disguise. And this is the biggest mental shift I want you to walk away with today. After age 65, an HSA functions almost identically to a traditional IRA. You can withdraw from it for any reason at all, not just medical expenses, and you simply pay regular income tax on non-medical withdrawals. But if you use it for medical costs, which virtually everyone will have in retirement because healthcare costs in retirement are genuinely staggering, you pay nothing. Zero. And here is a sobering statistic to anchor that reality. Estimates suggest a retired couple today may need somewhere between $300,000 and $400,000 just to cover healthcare expenses throughout retirement. An HSA that has been growing tax-free for 20 or 30 years could absorb an enormous portion of that cost without you ever touching your other accounts. Think about what that means for your 401k and your Roth IRA. Instead of raiding those accounts for medical bills, your HSA handles them. Your other investments stay invested longer, they compound longer. The ripple effect of one well-used HSA account can extend across your entire retirement picture. Now let me talk about the psychology of this, because understanding why we skip good things matters as much as knowing what those good things are. There is a concept in behavioral finance sometimes called present bias. We overweight what feels urgent right now and underweight what matters in the long run. Setting up an HSA and investing it feels abstract. It feels far away, especially when you are healthy, young, or just busy managing everyday life. The benefit seems invisible until suddenly it is not, and by then the window of compounding you missed is gone forever. There is also a complexity barrier. Most employer benefits portals are genuinely confusing. HSA options are buried under tabs, surrounded by plan comparison charts and insurance jargon. People opt for the familiar default plan, skip the HSA election, and tell themselves they will look into it next open enrollment. Next open enrollment comes, same thing happens. And quietly, year after year, the compounding clock ticks for someone else's retirement instead of yours. Let me give you the practical side of this. If you are eligible for an HSA, here is how to actually use it as a wealth building tool and not just a medical bill buffer. First, contribute as much as you possibly can up to the annual limit. For 2026, the limits have adjusted upward, so check the current IRS numbers and get as close to the maximum as your budget allows. Second, do not just let that money sit in cash inside the account. Most HSA providers allow you to invest the balance in index funds or mutual funds. The growth inside the account only matters if it is actually growing. Invest it. Third, if you can afford to pay medical expenses out of pocket in the short term, do it. Let the HSA balance stay invested and grow. Keep your receipts digitally and organised. You will thank yourself in a decade. And fourth, think of this account not as your healthcare budget, but as your third retirement account that also happens to cover medical costs tax-free. Here is the bottom line and what I really want this to land on. Wealth building is not always about finding the highest return. Sometimes it is about eliminating friction, about keeping more of what you earn. The HSA does not guarantee market-beating returns. It does something arguably more valuable. It removes the tax drag that quietly erodes wealth across decades. Every dollar that does not go to taxes is a dollar that stays invested. Every dollar that stays invested compounds, and compounding over long time periods does things that feel almost impossible when you first look at the numbers. If you are skipping the HSA right now, I am not here to make you feel bad. I'm here to tell you that the information exists, the tool exists, and the time to use it is always sooner than you think. Your future self is going to need money for healthcare. That is not pessimism. That is just reality. The only question is whether that money will have been growing tax-free for 30 years before you need it, or whether you will be pulling it out of taxed accounts while wishing you had made a different choice at open enrollment. The wealth you build quietly, over time, in accounts most people never even think about. That is the wealth that actually changes your life. Hit like if this changed how you see the HSA, subscribe for more of this kind of clarity, and drop a comment telling me what has been stopping you from opening or maxing out your HSA. And if you already have one, let me know how it has changed your financial picture, or if you learned something new today. This is Mindcraft, where ideas become action, and action becomes your future.